some great puzzles for you, and we've got our lovely puzzle team back again. Hi guys, how are you? Chico, Nat and Richard.
Hey Kash, hey everyone.
Hey, lovely to see you guys again.
Hi Nat.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, good to be back, right?
Definitely.
So, has our lovely puzzle master Chico got some puzzles for us?
Yep, some really nice puzzles for today. So let's get to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this is our first puzzle of the day, and is white to move, and it's one move. And how can white make green lose a piece?
Oh, nice.
This is an interesting question. That's meaning, how can white makes green lose a free piece?
Well, it's right at the beginning of the game, obviously, because I mean, it's pretty much everyone's all got their pieces, right? Pretty much.
Yep.
So there's a lot of pieces to look at, right,
There's
guys?
a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's hard to jump in situations like that, right? To have to take in a lot of things.
So, sorry, just to clarify, are you saying that someone can make a move where green loses a piece for free, like?
Yeah.
Okay. And for free, I mean, like, they won't have their piece taken again. So we're kind of, I guess, looking for an unprotected piece of. Did you say green? Greens.
Yeah, greens. And it's white to move.
And it's white to move. So it's white making the move, or we're going to go around the board?
I think it's white. White's going to make the move.
Okay, fine.
But green, but someone else is going to take green's piece.
Oh, I can see it.
So the unprotected piece looks like a knight on h4.
Yeah.
Looks pretty exposed there. Can't see any others which are not protected.
And if you move the knight on d8 and move it to c6, I think white won't risk. It protects its own knight and from the bishop on c9 and makes the other knight, green knight, a juicier offering.
Juicier offering, yeah.
Itself.
Yeah, I mean, we have to count that red will take this opportunity, and maybe not. Maybe red decide to do other things, but then this way white would hand the juice offer to to red. Right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
This is really interesting in the game because I mean I was green. That's why the situation was so strong for me, and my bishop was over here, and I say, all right, it's nothing attacking my knight right now. I can change my bishop, and I have a moment to, like, if something happened, I can get back or move the horse. And then I totally forgot, because of the turns and the moves in Quaternity, white had the opportunity to let the red bishop to take it. But as I have to thank destiny or God, because white decided to do something else, and I got to keep my horse at this game.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just trying to show people to not commit the same mistake that I did,
Yeah, and it's sometimes maybe white didn't even see that, right? Because they're sort of focusing on maybe their own game, and they didn't even see that if they move their horse, green's going to lose their horse.
That's true, Kash. Yeah. That's a good point.
And that order of play can catch you out, can't it? The order of play, forgetting who's going to be next. Although it looks fairly obvious when you're under the pressure of the game and the time, you sometimes forget.
And you can see that I was getting some hate from black, so I was completely undistracted.
And you scan the board and you say, okay, it's safe here, but it's safe because it's protected by the white.
Exactly. You think I'm gonna unprotect my horse, but it's not being attacked right now. And then you 1 minute after just see, oh no, and you just keep praying, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's good when you have those moments where you're like, oh no, they can take my and then they don't, and you're like, yes.
It's good. It's fun. It's a fun game. It's definitely a fun game.
Yeah. Okay, should we have another puzzle?
White's horse is in a very interesting position anyway, in terms of causing damage to red. So I can see why White was probably distracted from that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the game, I think White came. This horse took this.
Oh,
bishop.
interesting.
So,
although, yeah, he's going to lose his horse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but then the castles along the B line.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean that's really heavy actually to open up that line. That's
and then the story of the game continues, right? We go through the rabbit hole. But this was a nice little situation of this game I would like to share with you guys.
Nice.
And let's go to the next one. Speaking about this game, this is the same game a little bit further down the road.
Okay.
And now it's White to move again. We are with White, and White has a checkmate in one.
White has a checkmate. And we know you were green in this, weren't you, Chico? So it won't be against you.
Okay. So
well, I cannot say right now.
Well, red's already in check by the black queen, right? So then all White has to do is finish that off. So I guess it's the castle up to B12, right? Yeah,
exactly, Kash. Congratulations, you had yourself a checkmate.
Woohoo!
It's an interesting one. It's a checkmate by double check, right? We call it because even though red could take this rook or this queen, as red cannot take both at the same time, it's still a checkmate. And White is the one who does the checkmate because it's the one who completes the position, right?
Yeah.
So
and it wasn't a checkmate before because the red horse on C10 could block the check.
And either take the queen,
or
right?
Yeah. It's hard to see that, isn't it? It's hard to know. Well, it's hard to because you'll think, okay, if I put my queen on A9, the white queen is covering the B line, so that's got to be a checkmate, right? But then you forget that if the horse takes the queen, and then they lose their queen. That is just disastrous.
This could be something interesting because White was in a really interesting position to do a checkmate, and White could choose to not do the checkmate. I don't remember exactly where the rook was. I imagine it was here, and let Red takes the black queen, and then White would be stronger in the sense against other players. And when you do the first checkmate, normally you receive a double attack. So it's a choice. Should I do the first checkmate, which is really important and valuable in this game, and risk to receive a double attack, or should I try to weaken my other opponents and try to stay in the game? So
it's a difficult decision, actually. I'm not sure. I think I'd go for the checkmate, knowing me.
Yeah, that's why it's decision in this game too.
It's too.
Because it's the first checkmate as well, right? So it's 2 points.
Yeah, and Wes, as our friend says, Wes, the first checkmate is so beautiful that's worth it, right?
Yeah. Nice.
All right, that's what I got from you today. And
great. Thanks, Chico. They were great.
I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Very much so. Great puzzles this week. Thank you.
Yeah. So, guys, we will be back next week. And like and subscribe, and there's loads of other games and recordings to see. I keep getting this wrong. Blitz or Rush? It's Blitz. Blitz, and other things are coming soon, and there'll be more puzzle rooms and loads more puzzles. Okay, cool. See you next week, guys.
Bye. See you next time.